Good afternoon, I'm Wendy Petrie and this is your afternoon news fix for Wednesday, the 27th of August. Big changes to the supermarket landscape. The government's planning to remove barriers to competition to fight the supermarket duopoly. They've agreed to qualify supermarkets that would improve competition for a fast-track scheme, with legislation expected to pass by the end of the year. Finance Minister Nicola Willis says the government's not proposing funding a new supermarket, but she's confirmed they've been in talks with Costco about plans to open more stores.
Its single West Auckland store has already improved competitive dynamics in that local area and created a new export pathway for several New Zealand food suppliers.
Donald Trump's not expected to budge on tariffs, but New Zealand and the US are discussing non-tariff trade barriers. The Prime Minister's defending Trade Minister Todd McClay's visit to the US, despite admitting Trump's views on tariffs are very clear. It comes after the administration announced tariffs would rise from 10 to 15%. Chris Luxon says ongoing dialogue with trading partners is important.
We can agree to disagree on the tariff situation, and we'll continue to make our position clear on that. But also we've got to crack on and actually work through other trade issues as well.
More money could soon circulate through the economy as the government opens up the country to more overseas business people. Under its new business investor visa, foreign investors who put in at least $2 million into a Kiwi business will be granted a 12-month fast-track to residence pathway. People who invest $1 million will be given a 3-year work-to-residence option. ABC Business Sales Managing Director Chris Small says more capital needs to be brought in.
When that capital goes to a New Zealand business owner, that gets recycled back into our economy, whether they leave it to their children or they buy something else or start investing it somewhere else.
Emergency services are unsure how a person became trapped in an old mine shaft on the west coast this morning. They were called to Tyneside Mine east of Greymouth and extracted a person in a serious condition. The Department of Conservation says the mine shaft is securely fenced. Concern that still some aren't getting the message around port safety, 9 months after national standards were introduced. The standards create a set of rules for unloading and loading cargo. Maritime Union National Secretary Carl Findlay says some companies are implementing them much better than others. He says while he won't name names, he has talked with companies about fatigue issues.
There is employers that think it's okay to work 60 to 70 hours, have 12-hour shifts where you only have 2 half-hour breaks.
To sport now, and 2023 champion Coco Gauff has survived a first-round scare at the US Tennis Open on day 3. New Zealand Rugby is expressing its deep sadness at the passing of former Māori All Black and New Zealand Sevens player Shane Christie at the age of 39 years old. A statement from the national body said Christie's passion for the game will always be remembered, and they're thinking of his whānau, family and teammates. And Adam O'Brien's tenure as Newcastle Knights coach appears increasingly fragile, with the NRL club cancelling media commitments ahead of Sunday's clash with Cronulla. I'm Wendy Petrie, that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update tomorrow morning from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.